Good morning, everyone. Well, I see there's only 4 people. Happy Sunday. How is everyone's weekend been? That was just a little background of Karlie Gusé. I'm going to wait for a few more people to get in here and then I'll show an article that talks about her case. But this is one that we were talking about in Discord, so I decided to make a video to get her name out there so we can start talking about her. Good morning, Mega Pints. If y'all missed the actual video, I did post the link above. Where, oh, okay, hold on. That's random. My video is continuing, and Ryan Church made an appearance. Sorry about that. I did post the link above where you can actually watch the video on my page. Hi, Miss Mays. Good morning. I'm doing okay. It's raining and nasty outside today. Um, yeah, Alice, the other one, I noticed that whenever I premiered it here, my logo was kind of covering some of the words, which I didn't think about that at the time, but I did upload it to my page separately as well, so you can definitely watch it there. Good morning, Michael. How are you? Good morning, Holly. How are you? I don't think Shanda's awake. I think she went to sleep, but I'm gonna text her just in case because she didn't answer me, so I'm pretty sure she went to sleep. But what are you guys up to today? Anybody has any plans? Alice, she is missing from. It is called. Uh, it's Northern California. It's close to the border of Nevada. It's called Mono County. So let me look that up and see where exactly that is. Because like I said, this one is Shan just came across this, I think last night, and a couple other people, and so we just wanted to shed light on it. Let's see. So I'm looking at a map. Yeah, so Mono County to Truckee. Let's see how far away from Truckee it is. It's about 3 hours and 25 minutes away from Truckee, California. So, yeah, that's where she would. I'm going to bring up an article here in a minute. It snowed here overnight, about 8 to 9 inches of snow. Ew, shoveling snow does not sound fun. Holly, I am doing the same thing. I'm probably going to take me a little nap here because I had woke up early. Was going to go and visit my brother, which is 2 hours away. But with the weather like it is, my windshield wipers need changing. I just didn't feel like getting on the road, so plans have changed, and I am just chilling. Good morning, Steph. How are you? Yeah, Alice, this is another Northern California teen. She has been missing since 2018. It's just very disturbing. The article I'm going to show y'all in a minute, it gives a lot more information. Let's see. I'm looking at Truckee, California, and Van Fairchild parties in Truckee. Oh, what is Van Fairchild? Hi, Jill. Good morning. Yeah, Holly, I didn't want to get out in this weather at all. It seems the area has some strand of wacky tobacco that has unique ingredients or something. Yeah. Or some very, to me, it's like a whole trafficking ring going on in that area. That's just my opinion. And I'm going to change this real quick because I like this simpler. Let me see. Yeah, I like the simpler version. Sorry. Aesthetic. I like aesthetically. I gotta change the color too because it's bothering me that it doesn't match my background. There we go. All right, I'm gonna show y'all an article that I have pulled up. You're my stuff. Okay, so it says the case went cold as soon as it began. Just 3 days before Wisconsin teen Jamie Kloss captured national headlines last October. So this would have been the article. Let's see what date this was. So this was in 2019. So this was a year, almost a year later. So there was a Wisconsin teen, Jamie Kloss, that had captured national headlines last October following the horrific murder of her parents and her own kidnapping almost 2,000 miles away on the sleepy California border with Nevada. 16-year-old Karlie Gusé, and it is Gusé, vanished with little fanfare and next to no trace. While Kloss was miraculously found alive in January, Gusé's tiny town of Chalfont and surrounding California counties Mono and Inyo have been left ripped at the seams with so many more questions than answers. It has been 7 months, her mother, Lindsay Fairley, told Fox News. At 9:35 a.m. on Saturday, October 13th, I was notified by her father, my ex-husband, that she was gone. Gone to me is a huge red flag, and it has never sat easily with me. So she did live with her father and stepmom. There isn't anything. We have followed every lead. Sheriff Braun of the Mono County Sheriff's Office, which is tasked with the investigation, told Fox News. It is super frustrating. It's an open investigation until Karlie is located. The ordeal began the night before on October 12th. So strange. Like, it's another Friday, October 12th. Like, Karlie skipped a local football game and instead attended a small gathering with her boyfriend and a few others where she is said to suddenly have become frightened and erratic after smoking marijuana. So we have another situation where this young lady, she was supposed to go to a football game. She didn't, and instead went to a small gathering with her boyfriend and a few others where she said to suddenly have become frightened and erratic. It just seems like all of these things have so much in common. Like they become targets when they have these parties. So it's called Mono County, Mono. Yeah, sorry, I'm just seeing this. I'm catching up. Michael McAllister, whose family are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? I'm so lost. Tom H. Rabbit Hole? Who's Tom H, Stephanie? Alright, I'm gonna keep reading because this story is very strange. Sometime just after 8 p.m., a distressed Karlie called her stepmother, Melissa Gusé, with whom she lived at a rural property outside the nearest town of Bishop, along with her father, Zach, and two younger brothers, to hurriedly come and collect her. But as Melissa, the stepmom, approached the location, she found Karlie already had left and was frantically running on a dark lane. So she obviously sees her and she picks her up. On the drive home, Karlie allegedly repeated she was scared, changed seats multiple times, and was worried the vehicle would kill her. So it sounds like she's having some kind of episode, right? Once home, according to testimony given by her father, Zach, and stepmom, Melissa, Karlie, whose pupils were hugely dilated, continued to express fear and referred to the lettuce in her salad as the devil's lettuce. That night, Melissa said she made a secret audio recording of her disoriented stepdaughter so she would be able to later hear what she sounded like high. A former homicide detective and private investigator, Michael Boone, who obtained permission from Fairley, which is her mom, her bio mom, to talk to Fox News, said that the audio clip was the last proof of life in which her voice was heard about 10:30 p.m. that night. Fox News listened to one of the two alleged recordings, which was 8 minutes and 45 seconds long. Karlie's shaking voice conveyed deep angst, saying she didn't want to sleep in case she was killed, and asking Melissa to call 911 if needed. The teary teen apologized and allegedly continued in something of a panic mode, littered with I love yous and hi, talking to her stepmom, who appeared to have been calmly talking her down until after 3 a.m. As evident in the audio, Melissa later described Karlie's behavior as vacillating between paranoid and excited, scared at one moment and wanting to paint toenails and color books at another. Yet there was a seeming sense of something off as the stepmom exchanged text messages with Karlie's boyfriend, who was concerned about her state. From Friday evening to Saturday, we had several texts. I told Donald, which I'm assuming is Karlie's boyfriend, please pray, please pray one time. Melissa Guzé wrote to Fox News in an email exchange. Karlie was talking about going to church and wanting to read the Bible. According to Melissa, she spent the night with Karlie before dozing off. So her stepmom stayed with her the entire night, to watch over her, make sure she was okay or whatever. And then I guess before Melissa dozed off. She told Fox News she slept beside her and checked on her at 5:48 a.m. Melissa clarified that she stayed there and roughly 90 minutes later, arising between 7:15 and 7:30, Karlie was nowhere to be found. So she dozed off at some time and then she checked on her at 5:48 a.m. and then she stayed there another 90 minutes, and then when she woke at 7:15 and 7:30, Karlie was nowhere to be found. Karlie is described as 5'7", 100 pounds, with dark blonde hair and blue eyes. While there is some confusion about what she was most likely wearing on that morning, it is believed she was in gray pants and Vans shoes. 3 separate witnesses, Braun said, confirmed having seen Karlie that morning, exhibiting strange behavior. One witness described her as holding a white piece of paper, which those close to her have since speculated was from a counseling session. So it does say speculated, so we're not sure about that. The last documented sighting was of Karlie walking toward California 6. The prominent U.S. Route 6 stretches all the way from California to Massachusetts, weaving through 14 states, by way of Nevada to Nebraska, Indiana, and then New York. Karlie may be disoriented and does not have any personal belongings or cell phone with her. With no immediate indication of abduction or physical description of a vehicle, no Amber Alert were sent. This is where I get so frustrated. With this description of a vehicle needs to be changed in the criteria to meet an Amber Alert. This is still an under 18 girl who is obviously in danger. I mean, she left home when she was just like tripping. That should warrant an Amber Alert. Anytime a child goes missing, an Amber Alert should be issued. There are no security cameras on the exterior of the home, and according to law enforcement, there are no gas stations or other markers in the vicinity with cameras. The house, just miles from the Nevada border, had no signs of forced entry. Helicopters, search dogs, horseback searchers, and off-road vehicles were dispatched to calm the rugged terrain over the ensuing days, only to come up empty. It was assumed that Karlie also left without any adequate clothing to shield her from the harsh elements that come with the frozen desert early mornings and painfully hot days on the eastern edge of the Sierra. On October 25th, investigators announced that the ground search had ended. The FBI was called in to assist on the case and do a forensic sweep of her electronic devices and social media. Braun said that they have remained vigorously involved, which a spokesperson for the Bureau's Sacramento field office confirmed. Yet the case has become something of a social media firestorm. Okay, so let's see. They did do 2 other personal searches. 50 people went out the first time. They found nothing. They did another smaller search with about 18 people a little later and didn't come up with anything. So yeah, so they did say that they found at one time they found underwear, but it was not believed to be linked to Karlie. I do believe they say that it is still in evidence. They're not releasing any details of the investigation, like the audio recordings, anything that they've collected. They're keeping it, tight to the vest. So that's pretty much the gist of her story. It's very, very sad and strange of the circumstances. And yes, it reminds me of Trinity Backus's case. Like, she went to this party and did marijuana with her boyfriend, and it seems like it was laced with something that had her tripping. So, Van Fairchild. Okay, who is Van Fairchild? Because I'm lost. I'm not caught up. I'm not caught up on y'all. Good morning, Charmed. If they're under age of 18, there should be no criteria to issue an Amber Alert and update it as that's what I'm saying. Updated as information comes in. Why do we have all of these little boxes that need to be ticked off to even get an Amber Alert issued? That makes no sense. The whole purpose was, if you've known the story for the Amber Alert and why it started, I mean, she was stolen off of her bicycle. I don't remember exactly if there was a vehicle spotted, but regardless, like times have changed, things have changed since then. They need to change the Amber Alert system that doesn't have to have a vehicle involved or evidence of an abduction. If a child is missing, issue an Amber Alert so people can get this to their phones, to their devices, have it on highways, interstates, where you can see that there is an Amber Alert for this child, you know? Is there any airports or train station? I'm not sure. Yeah, Stephanie, it's very sad and strange and alarming. And I know that it was almost 5 years ago, but it's coming to light again because of all of these California teens, you know? Like all of these cases are going to now start popping out to us because we're uncovering so much. You know, there has to be something nefarious. And the kids don't just vanish. Humans do not just vanish. Like there's something very, very wrong going on. Hey, Squirrely. Okay, so Fairchild is tied to Kylie's case. What? Okay, are any of you that are covering this Van Fairchild person in Discord that is dropping information about this? Because this is the first time hearing about it, and that's crazy. His family is worth $500 trillion. So, what is his connection exactly? I mean, we know a lot of people that are connected to her case. That equals power and money. So, I know that has a lot to do with the cover up. I am still not convinced 100% that it was an accident, that one of these kids accidentally unalived her in some way and they're covering for the kids. I'm not really sold on that theory. For me, it's more about possible trafficking. I completely agree that when Shan says that any of the surviving family members, like her dad, should go and request a DNA test done to match the DNA in her liver sample before the statute of limitations on a year comes to an end, and they can't do that anymore. I feel like these families should do that in my gut. If it was my kid and this was happening in this area, I definitely would want to know that for sure is my kid, especially if none of these families have physically ID'd their child. I'm not understanding their ID process. Like, what? Think about even for okay, Gabby Petito's case, she was out there for weeks and weeks and weeks. So her parents were not able to physically ID her because of her condition. However, DNA was definitely taken. They did ID her by a sweater she was found in. Like, you know, her parents are 100% sure it was definitely Gabby Petito. These parents of Trinity and Kylie are just going off of the word of whatever officers or coroners are at the scene, and they're like, oh, yeah, we ID'd her. It's her. She has this, this, and this, and we looked at her license, and this is her. No. As a parent, I would be wanting more answers. I would not let this slide. Have you looked at a recent missing girl, Nikari Johnson? No. See, there's another one. They're all coming to light. Squirrely, when did that one happen? Parents just need to start saying that their kid has epilepsy or diabetes just to get an alert out there. Yeah, but sadly, like there was one we were looking at, and the child was like needed her medication, and without her medication, it could be life threatening, and they still didn't issue an Amber Alert. Like, it's ridiculous. First time you heard the name of the Karlie one? Hmm. With more cases happening in California, the patterns are becoming more noticeable and bringing cold cases back into the light. Yes, Greg, there is just way too many. And you can look at their ages, and they're all the same age group, body type. Um, God, it's sickening. You're interested in the Van Fairfield parties, and I'm the only one trying to figure it out. Okay, well, I will put your comment up here so I don't forget the name, and I'm gonna do some sleuthing of myself. Right, Mega Pints? None of that would suffice with me. I'm sorry. I would not just take the word, and you cannot tell me that these families don't hear, at least hear of the corruption going on around them. Even if they turned a blind eye to it, even if they choose to not acknowledge it, it is your child. If you know there's corruption going on, you know there's crooked cops out there, you know there's botched autopsy cases, ask questions, demand answers. So Michael says about the Van Fairchild, because they are definitely being paid off of these children. Oh, it's so sick. So it was only about a month ago. Okay. Did I highlight your comment earlier? Because I want to make sure I highlight it, and then I know to go back and look it up, when I can go back and look at things. So I think I did. Nakari Johnson from Sacramento. Okay. Thank you, Squirrely Burger. Hi, Bear of Love. How are you? Yeah, this is my first time hearing of this Van Fairchild. I'm about to go Google it right now. So is this a person, an organization? Like, what am I looking up? Exactly, Michael. What am I looking up? Is the last name Van Fairchild? Right. It's also strange they refuse to release audio or other evidence that might help locate this girl. Um, I do agree to some extent. I mean, especially this long after, which, like I said, I was just bringing it to light, so I haven't dug into it. I did hear that there's multiple Facebook groups, so I'm going to go to those groups and sleuth everything I can find there, because I'm pretty sure there was a lot said. I mean, it's been 5 years. And the audio might have been released by now, because if you think of the Delphi case, they released that audio because it helped them ultimately find who murdered those girls in the Delphi case. So I am going to do some digging and see what I can come up with. I was hoping that the DEA is investigating California as well. The DEA is probably bought out. They all probably work together. They're all in partnership together. It's sickening. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? So Van Fairchild is the last name, or are we looking at Van Fairchild parties out in Truckee, California? Okay, sorry, I'm looking it up in the background just to see if I can find anything. Um, I don't know. I can't find anything, Michael. Where are you finding these things? I would like to know more about it, but I just From Google, I'm not finding anything. I agree. All paid in every department, in my opinion, nowhere to turn. Exactly. Especially in that area. They're all bought out. And I can be able to find anything with anyone. Rocky. Sorry, my husband's being loud, so I'm muting so he doesn't interrupt me. Stop it. You're such a jerk. Even though he's cooking me fish today. Stop. You're gonna mess up my stuff. The voice of Mr. Burns. Oh, on The Simpsons. I'm still here, y'all. Okay, I'm here. Okay, let me see if I can find anything else on Karlie while Michael is looking up that stuff because I can't find anything on that. She is also listed on an FBI website. I think Caleb is the one who pointed this out. So she is listed as the most wanted. Let me pull this up because this is interesting. I didn't look at this page. Okay, can y'all see this okay? So under kidnappings, missing persons, Karlie Gusé, Mono County, California, October 13th, 2018. She has her left nostril pierced. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $5,000 for information that leads to the location of Karlie Lane. Yeah, so she was 16 at the time. This is crazy. So she's on the FBI main website. We got to get her name out there, guys. I mean, you never know who will see her picture and recognize her, you know? Melissa, what do you mean if it's up or down? Sorry, y'all. I don't want to snack on camera. As far as I know, it's still up. It's just very limited right now until we do vetting and security measures. But we'll get to all that whenever Shane has time. But yeah, I just feel like chatting this morning. What are you guys up to? Anybody has any plans today? Oh wait, let me read this. In March 2021, Karlie Gusé's father was arrested by the police for corporal injury to his spouse. What? So to the Melissa lady, that was her stepmom, right? But he bailed out of jail after submitting a $50,000 bond. I mean, Oh well, this is so. This was just 2 years ago. Wow. See, I have a lot of catching up to do. Like I said, I'm gonna dive into the Facebook groups because I know they have a lot of information. Um, let's see if I can find what she said. Zachary Gusé arrested. Yeah, for domestic violence. Not that I didn't believe you. I just wanted to read it. So I'm reading some stuff on Reddit. The stepmom and dad know exactly what happened. What? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. Sorry. I was reading a little bit about and highlighting some of the stuff that they were showing on Reddit. Um, so confusing. Let's see. Oh, my grand's okay. Mega Pines already answered her. Ooh, you made sausage gravy earlier. These kids drive me nuts, want it all the time. Oh, I want some. That sounds so good. Police blaming him for the murder of his daughter after this incident. Still to this date, police didn't arrest him in the Karlie Gusé case, and there is no evidence of his involvement in his daughter's death. Yeah, that sounds so sad. Okay, I am back. And Family Fairchild is worth $500 trillion, and he owns three countries or counties already, and he is close to buying the last four. And if they do buy, this is going to be hell on earth. Okay, I'm gonna need a little bit of a backstory, Michael. Can you email me some stuff because I'm confused. I'm not confused about I understand this is a trillionaire. I understand that. But what is his case and how does it tie into Kylie? To the Hambrits? I'm not afraid to say their name. I'll say their name. Is that what you mean? Okay, anyway, so just some Reddit stuff. I take this stuff with a grain of salt because you never know. But like, up here it was saying the stepmom and dad know exactly what happened. Like, that's crazy. They were talking about laced marijuana. So we're free to speculate. He maybe beat okay, yeah. So Reddit got some very disturbing stuff. Let's see what else I can find. This is I was looking up like the arrest of the dad. Gosh, all these dang pop up.
Down. Free federal
Go away.
any deduction.
Okay, so that was it. Nothing. So it was corporal injury to a spouse that he was arrested for. Dang. But yeah, he did post out after posting the arrest details on February 12th. The arrest record and mugshot were removed from the sheriff's website, but that's her father. Hmm. According to police, Melissa said Karlie vanished between 5 and 7:45. So it sounds like the story. I'm just gonna have to read up some stuff on Facebook to see what I can find. Okay, you said counties or countries? Like which one did you mean? And I would appreciate it if you can email me. Um, just steer me in the right direction. I don't mind sleuthing on my own, but like this is I've never heard this name come up in Kylie's case at all. But yeah, I do know that there's a lot of water politics in that area, government, people with money and power. So yeah. Hi Caleb, how are you? You're welcome. When Shan and y'all were talking about it this morning, I decided to look some stuff up and, made a little video and bringing her name out there because, even though it's 5 years later, almost 5 years, you just never know. You never know. So they hide it from everyone. Yeah, I have never heard his name. How did you come across it, Michael? Like, how in the world did you find that? Sorry, I'm snacking again. It's already 11 o'clock. Oh my gosh, I've been up since like 5, so I'm getting sleepy. I think I'm gonna take me a little Mark nappy nap. Oh, on Salagi's video, I can pull that up. We love Salagi. We always show Salagi love. Okay, Michael, I'm gonna pull it up. You have to tell me what video it is, okay? Good, I should say, because I'm pretty sure she has a lot more to say. And yeah, this is what bothers me. Like, why were they living with him and not the mom? The mom sounds like she has a uh, much more stable household than the stepmom and dad. So that's very alarming. Like, we'd have to do a lot of digging, and try to figure this out. But like I said, I'm gonna dig on Facebook and I'm gonna find what I can. But this is crazy. But yeah, okay, so I'm almost at an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. This rain that I'm listening to right now just makes me want to go take a nap. So I'm gonna put my TV on and I'm going to relax and watch TV for a little bit until I fall asleep. I've been up since way earlier. I'm so tired. Um, but yeah, Stephanie, that's a mom that wants answers. Exactly. Wait, what were you, Lily? What do you mean? How is that funny? I wasn't laughing at any of that situation. If that's what you mean. If I did, I apologize, but I'm not sure what you mean. Possibly a case of money talks and gets things done, no matter if it's right or wrong. Yeah, Greg, you're right. You're always on point with your comments. This area and the way she said that if you step on the wrong toes, kind of thing, and people are afraid to talk. Like, That is why. So if you think about it, if all these cases were like this, when Kylie's case came around, it's almost like it's ingrained in them. Just there's honor and silence in their minds. Just be quiet. You don't know anything. You didn't see anything. Turned a blind eye to it. They're going to rule it an accident. Everything's going to be fine. Like, that just seems like the norm to them. And that's just so freaking sad. Why are people afraid? Yeah, that has to be the money and the power. And yeah, Holly, just that little bit that we listened to, she said a lot. So if any of y'all missed the link, I'll drop it again, just in case y'all didn't get to. Because as soon as I end this live, I am gonna listen to that, to finish listening to her interview. Yes, justice for these kids, and I just pray that more light is shown to more people's cases that are, people are missing, people that we could possibly track down. If we get enough of these cases and find different patterns and similarities, and can have something to maybe get like Homeland Security and looking into this. Like, this is major. This is a major problem in the US. Sadly, our government seems to just be bought out. Like, money is not that freaking important. I'm sorry, but I'd rather live like I am and be poor than be rich and be okay with all this sick and evil crap that's going on. I'm sorry. If that's the norm in that area, why did they let Lindsay Neiman come forward to ask for help? It was all of a narrative. She had to play her part. She had to do her part to go along with their narrative. Exactly. How do people sleep at night? I don't get it. Yeah, Charm. They're doing it right in front of our face. Like, it's staring them and us in our faces, except we're the ones trying to do something. We're literally nobodies to them. We are somebody to these kids. We're the voice for the voiceless. Um, but in the grand scheme of things, you know, the people doing it, it's just so normal to them that it's just like, whatever. Just like the autopsies, they just throw in our face, and then it's like the autopsies don't make sense and it doesn't match what they say, but they don't even care. They're doing it and they're laughing about it. Probably, like, in their minds, they're just like, here you go, here's your results that you wanted, but nothing makes sense. Like, none of it makes sense. So yeah, it's just sickening. Okay. Well, guys, thank y'all for joining me this morning. Thank y'all for watching my video. Please go like and comment under Karlie's video, not this live, but the video that I did for her. That way I can push it into the algorithm, get her name out there. Not monetized. I'm not trying to do it for like clicks and likes. I just want her name out there. I want it to come across more people's feed when they get on YouTube and like, hey, who's this missing person? Like, I just want her name and her face out there. Share it on your Twitter if you can. I do have a flyer for her. I'll put on my community post, and if you guys want to share that, you can. So anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you all have a great, great Sunday. God bless.